This video was brought to you by my beautiful Patreon community and my YouTube channel members. Thank you so much. Welcome you 45,000 lovers of freedom and the 80% of you who haven't subscribed yet to another installment of Saturday morning cartoon propaganda. In this episode, we're going to learn all about the Kingdom Hall, where Jehovah's Witnesses meet twice a week to be indoctrinated. To learn about God. And we're gonna see what happens when Caleb tries to run in the house of God. It's about to get culty. Don't forget, we are doing the cringe challenge, so if you cringe, you lose. And when you cringe, let me know the exact moment you lost it. Are you ready? Let's go. So first of all, what is a Kingdom Hall? It's basically a Jehovah's Witness church. But JWs love being edgy and different from all those other false Christians, so they call it a Kingdom Hall. The first Kingdom Hall was built in Hawaii, believe it or not, and it's still standing to this day. Since 1935, JWs have built thousands of these all over the world. Some are more humble than others. You will even find Kingdom Halls out in the middle of nowhere, but the layout is basically the same. It's like a classroom. It has a main platform with enough space to do little ministry rehearsals. There's a backboard for the announcements, a literature stand where you can pick up magazines, and a back room. In Spanish, we used to call it El Cuartito, the little room, and it's where you would meet with the elders if you had something to confess or if you were going to receive congregational discipline. All kinds of drama went down in that little room. It's also the place where disfellowship people usually sit, since they're not allowed to talk with everyone else, and there's also the Kingdom Hall Library, which contains publications going back decades, full of doctrine that is now considered obsolete. So that's the Kingdom Hall for you. There's very little decorations. Most you will get is maybe a few flower arrangements and the occasional painting. I remember in my previous hall, it used to have a giant mural, like a paradise scene behind the speaker, and it looked very nice, but they removed it eventually because apparently it was too distracting, and you don't want anything distracting you from your indoctrination, do you? Most Kingdom Halls also lack windows, which just ties together the cult compound look. So JWs go to their Kingdom Hall twice a week, and as you can imagine, the meetings are boring as hell, especially for children. I already made a video on that particular aspect of the religion, so go watch it if you haven't. So this next video I'm gonna be playing is titled Love Jehovah's House, and I can already smell the out of context Bible verse. Let's see. 1 Samuel 1:24-28. Yep, it's talking about the tabernacle. And it made sense to call the tabernacle the house of God, since the Israelites believed God resided there. He literally sat atop the cherubs. But it doesn't make much sense to call the Kingdom Hall the house of God, because there's like thousands of Kingdom Halls, so does God live on all of them? But JWs don't believe that God is omnipresent, so maybe Jehovah has like 1,000 buttocks where he's like able to sit in all the Kingdom Halls at once? I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh, Caleb, do you remember where Samuel served?
The Tabernacle?
Good. That was like his house, but it was also Jehovah's house. How do you think he treated it?
Oh, he kept it clean.
That's right.
Yeah, in the story, Samuel was given up by his mom to become a little tabernacle slave. He had no say in the matter. Oh wait, it's exactly the same with JW kids.
The Kingdom Hall is like Jehovah's house too. How should we treat it?
We should sell it in the market so it gets turned into a church or a retirement home. At least that's how Watchtower treats their Kingdom Halls nowadays.
Oh.
Nice job, Caleb. When we keep the Kingdom Hall clean, we show Jehovah that we love him.
Wait, did Caleb just break the fourth wall? Is he aware of our existence?
Goodbye, little sheep.
Boys and girls, in case you don't know, Kingdom Halls are always built with the use of unpaid volunteers. Members are also the ones to clean the hall, mow the lawn, and do any repair work that is needed.
So how can we personally show Jehovah our gratitude for our kingdom halls? When our kingdom halls are kept clean and tidy, it reflects the qualities and personality of the God we worship, a God of order.
Rarely do they use outside contractors to get the work done. So how it works is the congregation is divided into 4 or 5 groups, depending on the size, and they take turns in cleaning the hall after each meeting. And then there's like a deep cleaning like once a month where the whole congregation is invited and there's usually donuts and coffee. Yeah, that's the main way JWs socialize, by performing unpaid labor. Of course, when you're a believer and you're in the religion, you see all of this as a type of service to Jehovah himself. This is his house after all. And kids are also expected to help. And well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with learning a bit of practical skills like cleaning and gardening. The thing that sucks is that Watchtower has the legal power to sell these kingdom halls at any time they want. So imagine, you work hard with your brothers and sisters to build this hall from the ground up, only to see it sold for profit at a later date without any say in the matter. This is how this religion makes money, by the way. It takes these buildings built by volunteers and sells them at higher prices for profit. And sometimes these halls are bought by other Christian denominations and turned into churches, which must be incredibly heartbreaking to the JWs who built it. Imagine if Samuel sold the Tabernacle and then it was later used by the pagan Philistines for their gods. Like, damn.
What a disappointment.
This next video is titled Respect Jehovah's House, and we have a Bible verse talking about the Temple of Solomon, because apparently kingdom halls are like the temple built by Solomon. But instead of sacrificing bulls and rams, the only thing they sacrifice is the childhood of their members.
On your mark! Get set!
Whoa, Caleb! Do you know what could have happened?
Yeah, it could have been bad.
Caleb, whose house is this?
Jehovah's house.
Imagine this was your house, and you invited your friends over. But they broke all your toys.
Hey, it's the translator robot, the best character in the saga. I think this is the only time we see him again, actually.
At least my plane's okay. Oh, man.
How would Jehovah feel if you were running and poor sister Elsa got hurt? You can't fix her if she breaks.
Well, that was mean. It's sad because Elsa actually does end up dying a few episodes later, so it wouldn't have mattered that much. You would have just accelerated her process.
So, no running in the Kingdom Hall. Besides, you need to save your energy.
I do?
On your mark, get set, go!
Why is the environment here so ultra realistic? I know this is just a little nitpick, but it's just odd to see these cartoon characters against this super realistic background. We went from Lorax looking trees to this. It's just so out of place. Damn, the kids ran so fast that they broke reality and turned into 2D animations. And it seems the JW.org logo is like a living entity in this universe. So he's the only character who has appeared in every single Caleb and Sophia cartoon. maybe he is the mastermind behind everything that happens in the show. It all makes sense now. So let's talk about the JW.org logo for a little bit, because this has become the symbol of the religion. Not a cross, or a fish, or an angel with a trumpet. Nah, a website logo. Which is the most depressing thing ever, and it just reflects the corporate nature of this religion perfectly. So JWs take great pride in not using idols in their kingdom halls like all those other apostate Christians use, but they sure do stick their website logo on every single kingdom hall. Even the halls out in the middle of nowhere are gonna have this logo. Even kingdom halls in impoverished areas where internet access is very limited will have the JW.org logo on them. Some specially devout members will also have JW.org bumper stickers, pins, notebooks, you name it. And I actually have a confession to make, guys. When I was in high school, I did have a JW.org pin that I had on my backpack. It was small, but it was, I don't know, I know it's super cringe, but I had to comment it, okay? And I would also use that same clip on my suit when I went out in the ministry, or sometimes I would also use it in the meetings, which was even more culty. So this logo is the JW equivalent of the cross, and it's low-key idolatrous in some instances. Anyways, this particular cartoon is quite harmless. Don't run in a kingdom hall, we get it now. At least Caleb got only like a small reproof from his dad, because actual JW parents are not that lenient. I think we've all heard stories of children being disciplined in the kingdom hall, usually in the bathroom, if they are misbehaving, which is not uncommon, because if you got little children and you expect them to just sit quietly for 2 hours while listening to boring talks, that's kind of hard. And it's just a matter of time before they act up. So my parents never hit me in the kingdom hall. They were quite chill. But if any of yours did, please let us know in the comments below. We want to hear those stories for sure.
Oh, man.
Now, we've been talking a lot about the physical building itself, but what do JWs learn during the services? Well, not a whole lot really. Most of the church sessions are dedicated to Q&A sessions based on some Watchtower publication, and the study material has been really dumbed down during the past several years. For some years, the Watchtower Study Edition was released in 2 formats, regular and simplified edition. The simplified using kindergarten level writing for barely literate people. But then they fused the 2 styles together, and now there's only simplified. And JW kids are expected to study the magazine before the meetings so they can offer a comment in the congregation. So let's see how Caleb and Sophia get ready to comment in the meetings.
Okay, everybody, let's get ready for the meeting.
I really want to comment.
Me too.
Okay, what do you want to say?
I don't know, Dad.
Well, you could just say anything that comes to mind. Or you can prepare. Which do you prefer? This one? Or that one?
I like that.
Of course. Your mother loves you. So she puts the work into making you something delicious. Same with you. Because you love Jehovah, you want to give him the best. This is why you must prepare your comment.
But how?
First, you must use the good ingredients.
Trying to prepare a good comment with the Watchtower magazine is like trying to write a Harvard level thesis by quoting Cocomelon. But go on, Dad.
Let's prepare a short comment. Step 1. What is the question? Step 2. Find the answer in the paragraph. Step 3. Make some notes. Step 4. Practice. Now you are prepared. And Sophia, you can comment in your own words.
And that's it, guys. It's that easy to engage in a JW meeting. Read paragraph, read question, find answer in paragraph, repeat, and if you're feeling extra studious that day, you might even repeat the answer in your own words, or even throw in a personal anecdote to back up your points. It's so easy, even babies can do it. No wonder the meetings are so boring. It's like going back to pre-K, when you're in your 20s.
But what if they don't call on me, Dad?
We will prepare 2 or 3 answers, just in case.
What if he doesn't call me for any of them? I quit.
No, don't quit.
Yes, Caleb, quit, man. Come on, you don't have to do this. Leave the cult.
Everyone knows you tried your best. You, the brothers, and Jehovah. Ah, something smells good. You ready for dinner?
Damn, sick invite, bro. So if we look at the activity sheet for this cartoon, we actually get to read the comment that Caleb prepared. Let's see. It's a drawing of a lion, not a very good one, Caleb. And the comment is, when we obey Jehovah, Satan is mad. He attacks like a lion, but we still obey. Okay, gotta drive the fear of the devil into these young minds, am I right? I'm surprised they haven't made an animated lion character for Caleb to fight yet. So when JW's families get together to study the Bible, they call it family worship. This is supposed to be done once a week, but I doubt a lot of families actually do it. When I was young, we studied the Watchtower magazine with my family. It was boring as hell, but it was just something we did every week. And today Watchtower encourages parents to make the study as entertaining as possible, to use props and activities to keep the kids engaged. The most common activities you'll probably see are like building Noah's Ark or building Goliath from cardboard and then like knocking him down with a soccer ball or something.
How will you do it all by yourself?
That'll take a long time to build.
Do we know when the flood will come?
No, but Jehovah will help us survive.
It may have taken 40 or 50 years to build the ark.
It's all very silly, but I mean, props to the parents that actually put some effort to make this study a little more entertaining, because my parents, we would just read the magazine for an hour and it was boring as hell. So now we're ready to draw in our own comments. Let's do Noah's Ark. This is the water and this is the ark, and all these are baby capybaras that drowned in the water. What does this teach us about Jehovah's love?
Good answer.
So far we've learned how to behave in the Kingdom Hall, how to clean the Kingdom Hall, and how to prepare a comment. Now, all of these buildings won't sustain themselves. We need money. Watchtower has previously released a video in which Sophia uses her ice cream money and puts it in the donation box instead. So now it's Caleb's turn to give, because it doesn't matter if you are a young child with no money. No one comes to Jehovah empty-handed.
Jehovah doesn't approve coming empty-handed.
So let's watch one more cartoon.
That the governing body will continue to do everything in our power to provide the needed relief aid to our dear brothers in these affected areas. We love you very much, and thank you for tuning in for this update.
So JW Broadcasting and the governing body are canon in the Caleb and Sophia universe. Could we get a 3D version of Stephen Lett, please? We already have a cartoon version. We need a 3D model. Someone make it, please.
I wish we could help. Me too. Oh, I have an idea.
Wait, how is Caleb supposed to have any money if all his allowance goes to feeding the Watchtower Corporation? Maybe you could donate the button to Mark Sanderson, but because it seems his suit jacket's about to explode any minute now.
What is it, sweetie? Can I give this to our brothers affected by the hurricane?
Of course you can. We'll put it in the contribution box on Sunday.
My piggy bank was empty. I guess I can't help.
There are many things you can do to help. First, you can save some money for next time. Second, you can think about them and pray for them.
What? How is that gonna help?
Jesus felt the same way when he was here on earth. Do you remember what he said when he helped the leper?
I want to!
Yes, he did what he could to help others. Just like you. That makes us very proud of you.
Okay, so this one is not as insidious as that ice cream money episode. I think the message they're trying to convey is nice. You know, it's good to teach children to be generous and to help those in need. And to Watchtower's credit, they do provide relief aid to their own members after a natural disaster. But notice how I said their own members. Yeah, because while other Christian charities will strive to give support to the entire community they're assisting, Watchtower Charity usually supports only Jehovah's Witnesses, which is super unchristian, especially since Watchtower uses their relief activities as evidence that they are the only true religion. And sometimes the whole ordeal just devolves into a propaganda campaign, like we saw in the Philippines a couple of years ago. There was this massive typhoon, and Watchtower was really quick in sending relief aid along with a professional film crew so they could document this governing body member helping out.
The disaster in the Philippines was just so enormous. The typhoon took not only their homes, but basically all the material things that they had. Really, it's at these crisis times when we see the brotherhood at its best.
Then they use this propaganda along with some sad music and some orphaned children to encourage you to donate to the worldwide work. It's all very, very manipulative. And this cartoon also comes with an activity sheet where you're supposed to cut out this Jesus picture and paste it to your piggy bank, so you're constantly reminded of Jehovah's need for your cold, hard cash.
We're going to talk about money. Now, the fact is we never beg for money, but that's not to say we can't talk about money. It is our judgment that money raised by the various begging devices in the name of our Lord is offensive, unacceptable. So we do not need to be coerced into giving. We gladly use our money to support kingdom activities. Of course, Christendom, they are experts at begging for money.
Jehovah doesn't approve coming empty-handed.
Experts at begging for money.
So if you're feeling generous and would like to help the poor and needy, I suggest you take your money and use it on a reputable charity that actually helps out the entire community and not just members of their own religion. And the worst thing about Watchtower donations is that only a small amount of the donations actually go toward disaster relief. Most of the money goes towards building movie studios, building kingdom halls, and worse off, paying off CSA lawsuits. Which is incredibly ironic because the money that Sophia and Caleb are donating to the branch is being used to settle lawsuits that involve child abuse. Think about that for more than 5 seconds, it's terrifying. So Caleb, I think your money is better spent anywhere else.
Experts at begging for money.
I give these cartoons 6 out of 10 in the cult meter. They're not particularly bad compared to what we've covered so far, but I hope you learned something about the Kingdom Hall and the culture surrounding it. There's so much to talk about, but I try to keep it brief. And please let me know the exact moment you lost the cringe challenge because I love reading your comments. Guys, this channel would not be possible without your support, so if you would like to gain early access to all my videos for only $1 a month, please join me on Patreon or become a channel member, and you also get to use these really fun emojis. Think about it, it's easy and it really helps me out in making more videos. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you in the next cartoon rebuttal, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. Take it easy, guys, have a wonderful day, and stay away from the tower.